Lady. Once again, thank you for the Minister for her elaborate answers to the questions posed. I have three clarification questions. I know that the Minister, through you, Madam Chair, her request was to finally put to rest the inquiries of the throughput fee. My question wasn't fully answered. It was more as it was more basically you see the throughput fee as a pie chart, and you have $10, and basically my question was, okay, 50% goes to government, and 40% goes to Slack, and 5% goes to here, and 5% goes there. How is the breakdown of how is that divvied up? That was my main question as it pertains to the throughput fee. The Minister alluded, through you, Madam Chair, to oh yeah, and that answer, I don't mind getting that in writing. No problem. Next question, as it pertains to the lottery booths, sales points, casinos, I would like the Minister's stance, especially seeing that she's going to do her through you, Madam Chair, the Minister's going to do her own research on the studies already done, basically on gambling addiction and etc. What is the Minister's stance, if proven true, what I just said, on a moratorium on all of the above? It's a simple yes or no if she's for it or against it. And the Minister, through you, Madam Chair, explained the cost of the throughput fee on the causeway. I was more looking for what the costs of the last 10 years are by ways of the causeway with the fees incurred by ways of the throughput fee. So what are the total costs that the causeway has cost to date by ways of the throughput fee? And those would be my clarification questions for the day. Thank you.
Thank you, MP York. MP La Cruz, you have the floor.
Thank you, and a blessed evening, Madam Chair Lady, and all those that are still here with us, the Minister and her support staff. Minister, thank you for being open to the suggestion for ideas. Something that I'd like to bring to your attention that I think we're losing monies is the collection on drawings, lottery games that are being drawn on St. Martin. Every license, one of the stipulations in the lottery ordinance is that the drawings should be held here on St. Martin. And we have a couple lottery companies that do drawings. Other drawings are abroad. There's only one lottery company that has a license to be able to sell numbers here abroad. So with the oversight committee, government is losing monies. The drawings, because it's 50,000 per game that is played on the island, we're losing monies there also. And it brings somewhat of a disadvantage to the lottery companies that are actually doing, the right thing by doing all their drawings here. My estimate is that we're losing at least literally a 500,000 to 600,000 a month with that alone. So that is something that the minister could look into, and the ministry, your inspectors, they are fully aware of it, because it is something that I started before we left, and they know exactly which companies, how much drawings they could follow up on. Thank you, Madam Chair Lady.
Thank you, MP La Cruz. I now have MP Otley. MP Otley, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you, Minister of TEAD, for your elaborate explanation on the throughput fee for my questions. I await the presentations and graphs definitely in writing. I looked to the SG, he said did not receive anything as yet, so I'll await. Very important. Also, it was not a statement, it was a question when I said, the Minister of TEAT stated that the Trueport fee was created in 2007, and then there was an increase in 2012, 13. And I specifically asked the Prime Minister, who stated that the Trueport fee was created to pay for the Causeway Bridge. And I asked him again, and he said yes. So that was that question through you, through you, Madam Chair. I needed the clarity if it was created for that, because that's the answer that I got from the Prime Minister. Also, I would like to know, speaking about, I asked the Honorable Prime Minister about Telem, so I'll wait on his answer. I know Telem is near and dear to your heart as well, but I'll wait, as I know it falls under the Prime Minister. But speaking about having our companies in order, I would like to know the update on the head of BTP. I know the interim head really, while I was there as well, really worked hard to put BTP back in a position that it can start to see the light. So I would like to know, the position, if this position is finalized, is the person still interim, or will the person become the definite head? Because they definitely do deserve that with the way that they brought BTP back in a reasonable state. That'll be it, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Otley. MP Myers, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you to the Honorable Minister for answering those questions. You've answered all of the questions that I've asked thoroughly, and I just have 2 more questions. I hate to burden you with more questions, but you can send them in writing. Your answer regarding the EDC was very vague. What are some of the accomplishments by the director in the year that you said that the director was there? What was the financial position of the EDC then? And what is the financial position of the EDC now? And what is the annual subsidy from government to the EDC? Thank you. Those are my 2 questions, Madam Chair.
Thank you, MP Myers. Minister Heiliger, these are the additional questions and/or clarifications requested by members of Parliament. Are there any that you can address now, Minister? And then I would ask you to please put the others in writing, but I'll get to that after I give you the opportunity, if there's anything you would like to address now or respond to now, if you can.
Yes,
Minister
thank you.
Heiliger?
Thank you, Madam Chair Lady. Regarding the 3 clarifications by MP York, I will maybe create a pie chart indicating exactly what you wanted, and I'll make sure and add it to the answers. So a pie chart will be created with all the percentages of what it's allocated to. And with all the lottery booths, what's my stance on a moratorium? Something that I would consider. A moratorium for sure, it's a lot. I usually, when people ask me about my island, I usually say we're the Sin City of the Caribbean with all the casinos and the lottery booths and it has to end. It's a little too much, my personal opinion. So I do consider having maybe a moratorium. I find it's just a bit much, my personal opinion. And then the cost of the last 10 years, I think I kind of answered it, saying that it's 10%, but I will try my best to maybe clarify it a little better when I send in the ones in writing. But I think I answered it when I said 10% of that loan is the causeway. And I also mentioned that the causeway's cost, the annual cost is about 300 and something K per year costs. That's what it costs us. And the percentage of the loan, 10% of the loan is what we pay for the causeway. So you have the standard maintenance costs, what the causeway itself, and the throughput fee. Okay, I'm confusing 2 things. I'll have to go back and maybe clarify that. Sorry about that. And then MP La Cruz gave a suggestion on to maybe have a discussion with the Oversight Committee regarding the charging those that are doing the drawing, the lotteries abroad. That is a good suggestion. That's something I would look into, maybe even before, maybe see if we could implement it for 2025. So I'll look into that. Thank you for that suggestion. MP Otley, from what I have gathered from before, the throughput fee is not only related to the Causeway Bridge, it is a source of direct operating revenues for the port, from what I've gathered. But I will confirm that with the port and then put that in writing for you as well. And as for MP Myers, ask specific questions regarding the EDC. I don't have that information with me, but I will 1,000,000,000% put it in writing for you in the report tomorrow and give you how much. So the question is, so I know I forgot one question regarding the EDC. That's the question from MP Otley. Regarding the EDC, the board right now has started the vacancy. They started working on getting the director for the EDC, the vacancy process. Oh, BTP, sorry. I'm looking at you and saying EDC. I don't know why. But yes, BTP. The board has started the process for vacancies, and we will hopefully get the outcome of the BTP. BTP, the vacancy for the director of the BTP. That's the question that MP Otley asked. Yes? That process has started with the board of the BTP for the director position of the BTP.
MP Otley, did the minister understand you correctly?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the minister correct. So the board is starting to,
Usually the vacancies and starting not the word, not evaluation, to start the recruitment process has started to hire, to get a director of the BTP board. Because right now we have an interim director, so we need to now hire a director. So we need to now go through the process.
okay, well,
I'll answer it clearly because remember there was through you, Madam Chair Lady, there was a, yes?
MP Myers, you're going to help out the point?
No, Madam Chair. I think the question that MP Otley is asking is if the present interim director would be or is going to be considered to be the director in the whole evaluation process.
This is based on the board. The board has started the recruitment process
Okay.
internally, and if she is chosen, and then she would be the one, or maybe they will go on to externals. I'm staying hands off with that, but they have started the recruitment process, and the recruitment process usually starts internal first. So we know we'll as soon as I get the outcome of that recruitment process, I can give the MP a pass. But the process has started internal first. Yes? And then for the rest, I'll send in writing.
Thank you, Minister, for those answers. And again, with the understanding that all the answers will be provided in writing, including those which are yet to be answered, and that if we can get those before the public meeting in which we'll be handling this draft amended budget. And so, Minister, I want to thank you and your support staff for being here this evening and responding to the questions by members of Parliament. I want to thank the members of Parliament for sitting through this CC, the Central Committee meeting of Parliament on the draft amended budget 2024. Thank you, Minister. Thank you, support staff. Thank you, members of Parliament. And thank you to all who are still tuned in to this meeting of Parliament. And with this and the understanding which we have with the ministers in providing answers, I can hereby close this Central Committee meeting of Parliament. Thank you once again, members of Parliament. I wish everyone a safe journey home, and I hereby close this meeting of Parliament. This Central Committee meeting number 6 is closed.